What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to basketball, and more importantly, welcome back to another prospect breakdown video. This is the conclusion of Duke Week. Up to this point, we've done Cooper Flagg. At the time of I'm recording this, you can't see the other one, but we've done Con Knipple, and now we're doing Khaman Maluach. A very interesting prospect for Duke, a true freshman, an Olympian already, and just a very, very raw prospect. So we're going to be breaking him down, talking about him. It should be a good one. But anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment if I can talk at all. I've been talking way too much. I've been in meetings in and out. But anyway, like, subscribe, and comment. I've responded to every single comment on my YouTube channel up to this point, and I intend to keep on doing so. Please show these videos some support because they instantly get claimed for copyright. And even though it's legal for me to do so under the fair right rules, YouTube is always going to side with big business instead of me. But these are my favorite videos to do on the channel. They get a lot of support, so please keep supporting them. Otherwise, because if we do, I don't care about the money whatsoever. I'll just keep pumping them out for you guys. I can't talk at this point, but we'll make it through this video. But yeah, please show them some support, and we'll keep them coming. Later this week, we're going to do Walter Clayton Jr. to kind of celebrate the March Madness finale and everything. I think he's an awesome prospect, so stay tuned tomorrow, actually, for that one. I think that'll be a nice conclusion to kind of a scouting week. But anyway, let's talk about Maluach. So this is the interesting thing about this draft class, right? This is a very, very elite draft class, is kind of what we're thinking right now as scouts, is we just had the Olympics as well, and this is our third potential Olympian, I guess I should say, that's kind of being included on this in these mock draft videos, or not mock draft videos, prospect breakdown videos. Again, if I could talk and make it through this video, that'd be great. So we did VJ Edgecombe first. He was like an actual Olympian. Cooper Flagg got to try out for the Team USA team. He was on the select team, which they always pick one or two guys off of that to potentially be on the squad. So he got a little bit of Olympic experience, if you would. But Maluach was actually on the South Sudan team, which was really cool. They had a lot of guys that were under 18 years old that were on that team. For those of you not aware, Luol Deng does a very big thing in Africa called the NBA Academy of Africa, where he finds a lot of talent. He basically helps put them through school. He fronts like everything himself. If you don't remember, Luol Deng, former Duke player as well, played for my Chicago Bulls for a long time, one of my favorite players ever, just all-time good dude, right? And he's been just pumping talent from Africa over here, helping them get careers for a long time now. And he also fronted like everything financially for the South Sudan Olympic team because they didn't really have a place to practice. He got him jerseys, like he got him nice drip and suits for the Olympics. It was awesome. Everybody fell in love with this team, and they just gave such a big time effort. You could tell how much it meant to them. But we're getting a guy with Olympic experience already, in a 7'2", true freshman, 250 pounds, behemoth of a person already, right? 7'2", 250 as a true freshman is insane, right? Instantly, you're already thinking, okay, shot blocker, right? A guy that can catch a lot of alley-oops because we know he's a pretty solid athlete. As of right now, he's mostly just run, jump, and dunk is what we're seeing, because a thing about Maluach is he only started playing organized basketball a couple years ago, right? So we're always going to start comparing him to like the Joel Embiid situation, right? It's the same thing. So do we think he's going to be Joel Embiid? It's hard to say. If you would have watched Joel Embiid in college, you would have never thought like, okay, this guy's going to become like MVP one day. A lot of growth and a lot of development happened. So we're going to see a raw prospect, right? There's been plenty of times this year where I've been watching where I'm like, okay, like he's processing what coach is saying and he's trying to play off his teammates, but there's also just points where you're like, okay, you can tell he just hasn't played much basketball, because he would be right here right now if he knew that, right? And so those are some of the things that we're going to look at for him today. But are we going to see a development of any sort of jump shot? Is there going to be any offensive creativity where he can go get his own shot? What really is the ceiling for this prospect? It's hard to say, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to go over some of his stats. We're going to go over 5 videos that I kind of have picked out to talk about some of his stuff, one of them being the March Madness stuff, and we're even going to start back with some Olympic highlights, which is cool. We can kind of see the progression of everything. And at the end, we're going to put him on our growing big board, which Man, we got a lot of names on there at this point. We're up to 16 names. We've had 16 of these videos come out already. Go watch the other ones if you haven't. I think they're educational and pretty fun, at least for me to do. As of right now, we've got the other Duke guys on here. Cooper Flag sitting number 1 on our board. Con Knipple just got placed at number 10. You can see the rest of the list here. And again, big boards, like I'm going to turn in probably a much different official one for the team that I work for come summertime, but this is what we're doing on the channel right now, and this is where I'm putting them. So it should be a fun one. But anyway, let's start talking about some of Maluach's stats here. So true freshman, right? 8.6 points per game. You know, it's pretty solid for like a freshman anywhere in Division I basketball. That's a very solid number. That's a very respectable number. Considering he's most likely going to be a lottery pick. I've seen some people pushing him out of the lottery a little bit more because of certain factors, but 8.6 points when you're playing with Cooper Flag, right? Con Knipple, Tyrese Proctor scores a lot of points. Isaiah Evans goes and gets some points, right? Like James gets some points for them. They're not necessarily running plays for him outside of run, jump, and dunk. That's an important thing that we have to understand is he's playing a very specific role on this team that's trying to win basketball games, right? We need to look pretty critically at Maluach to try to figure out what we're going to get out of him at a pro level, right? Because the college game and the NBA game are very different. You guys hear me say this spiel in every video. College basketball is just played a much different way than the NBA. So already we have to kind of draw like certain things and try to draw parallels of like, okay, we could use this skill in this way here. It's not like overseas basketball where it's much more similar and we can much easier kind of draw the comparisons. Like, okay, he could do this over here, right? In this style of play. When you look at Duke basketball, they play a much more NBA style game, which is good, right? Doesn't mean that their opponents do, right? So things are still a little bit different, but also this team was trying to win a championship, right? And they very well could have and maybe should have, right? Seeing how that game ended for them against Houston. But they're using him as a role player. Like, we do not see many three-pointers go up for him like people had maybe theorized that we could have. It's very much like, hey, this is where you're operating. This is what you do. We're trying to win basketball games, right? So we have to be a little bit creative in our evaluation of him. But anyway, 8.6 points per game, 1.3 blocks for being 7'2". It's underwhelming, right? It's a little bit underwhelming, but they also use him in a bit different way than maybe other colleges would have because he's more of a role player. So, like, a lot of times Cooper was being more of the help side defender for things, and they're using Maluach as more of the deterrent on things. And so we'll kind of see if we can observe some of that in the film. 6.5 rebounds per game, not bad considering, again, you got Con and Cooper also clashing down there, going for rebounds. Those guys were crashing for defensive rebounds all the time, but maybe you'd like to see a little bit higher. The assist to turnover ratio isn't good. You never like when turnovers are higher than assists, so maybe playmaking still something that we need to improve on down the line, because something that's interesting about some of the other bigs that we've seen in this year's class. Danny Wolf can pass. He can pass, right? He can make things happen. Asanua, we saw some playmaking potential out of him. Derek Queen, for sure. We've seen some stuff like that. Sorber, definitely not anything out of him passing-wise. So maybe that's not going to be what Maluach is. Some of the different bigs that we see in the NBA nowadays, you either have the really big, bulky ones that are good passers as well. Think the Jokic, Sabonis, maybe like a Vucevic or something, Şengün, guys like that. And then we have usually the slimmer, more rim protective, run, jump, and dunk type guys. Think a Clint Capella, a Derek Lively's probably a good example. I don't know. Who else do you really want to throw in there? Daniel Gafford's obviously another good example of that. Bam Adebayo, right? The guys like that, you know who I'm talking about, right? So he's presumably going to fit more so in that type of role, but that's kind of going to be for us to determine and see. The free throw percentage, respectable for a center, 76%. He's only shooting about 2 a game. Again, maybe he's not getting in a ton of situations but for a guy that big, you'd probably like to see him at the free throw line a little bit more, especially if he's going to be solid at it. Not something I would hate. The 2-point percentage is absolutely insane at 75%. So, I mean, if he's making all of his shots, maybe that's why none of the free throws are going in. The shots are just so easy for him. 71% field goal percentage is just absurd. The 25% 3-point percentage, there's basically no sample size whatsoever. He's playing in all the games, which is very, very cool. Nice that he stayed healthy. I saw him cramping up a lot earlier in the season, but I don't know if there's anything necessarily to be weary of there. So, what are we going to be watching for. We want to see if there's any playmaking at all. How are they using him defensively? What is the offensive game right now? Is it just run, jump, and dunk? Is that just because that's what Duke is letting him do, right? Or we might have to be critical about it and be like, okay, well, they're only using him that way, so we have to see, do we think he could do other things, right? I don't know. I think that that's going to be important to see. We also just want to watch him move, right? Like, how coordinated is this 7-2 guy? What do we think we could turn him into? But without further ado, let's start watching some film. Alrighty, so this first round of highlights are his literal Olympic highlights. Now, was he playing a ton of minutes? Not necessarily. They did have a couple young guys that just weren't getting like a crazy amount of burn because, look, they're really, really young, right? And they're playing the Olympics. But they did get out there, which was really, really cool. And that was our first time we really got to see Maluach in action. And I remember watching it. It was really, really cool. So we've just got a little bit here before he even goes and plays for Duke. Like, let's just see like where we're at playing against literal pro players. We've got pro film of him, and I think that's awesome. As always, I'm going to pause these a lot, rewind them, talk over them, right? Because this is educational, transformative content, YouTube. Stop taking it down. And no, we're never going to get better video quality on any of these. We actually have 1080p for these, but the college basketball ones will never be good. But let's watch Maluach. Alrighty, so where are we at here? He's down here. They're going up. Give me those right off the bat. A crazy block, right? All right, let's break down the movement, right? Like this, we got a 7'2", 250-pound dude. Like, y'all realize how big that is, right? That is a big-ass human being. Let's see that movement. So he's turning, running. This guy's kind of backdooring him a little bit right now, but he gets a nice little running start, gets up very easily, blocks that with his left hand. Where does he even block that at? Like, can we get an idea of, like, elevation on this? He is at the top of the square right now. We're like using his left hand to go at it, which is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. So already, yeah, probably an okay rim defender. Like, we can probably use some common sense and be like, 7'2" guy, jump very high. He can probably block shots. Okay, very good. I'm glad we've all reached that same conclusion together. Good stuff, Maluach. Good stuff. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? Boom. Grab that board. Give that ball up. Let's go. All right, a little bit of a shot deterrent here. We're going. Does not look very comfortable with the ball, but makes the right pass. Cool. All right, give the ball here. Why would you try that? Why would you try that, Great Britain? Come on now. Give me those. Nice and easy. Nothing too much to write home about there. But, hey, good awareness to throw it off him. I love the energy. Oh, we got Team USA right here. So this is it. These are the best players in the world he's playing against right now. This is really cool. Let's go. Hey, let's watch the movement right here, right? So he's taken off. He's looking very comfortable, very coordinated in just this little bit of movement. Like, he's gliding down the court right now. Nice, simple, easy. Interesting. So, again, we have to do a bit of projection. This guy hasn't played much basketball. It's going to be interesting to kind of see, like, what do we think we can do with him. So, here we go. He's moving, but takes off. Looks smooth. It doesn't look like uncomfortable for him to run. You see guys like that where they look heavy-footed. He looks pretty light on his feet. He's guarding Anthony Davis right now. Anthony Davis is going for the lob. Come here. Goes back down. Actually gets the swipe at it. Doesn't need to jump at that necessarily. Going against Embiid. Ooh, we got a jumper. We've got a jumper. Okay, so for those of you unfamiliar, typically about 50% of you on these videos are new viewers. A lot of my, I will say, expertise and my player development days were improving jump shots, doing all the technical stuff behind that, so I really like to break these down. Let's break this down, because there's probably not going to be a lot of jump shooting in here. And mind you, this was about a year ago at this point, so it's probably changed considerably. But this is just a jumper to look at. Already, the left foot, I think this is Devin Booker, is kind of hiding the right foot, so we can't quite see. The left foot, while facing the right direction, is bent, weird. It's behind him. That's not where we want to be. We always want to be at a 45-degree angle opposite of our shooting hand, so he shot it with his right. So his feet are facing the right way now. He comes together okay. It looks like he kind of almost like side shot that a little bit. It almost looks like it came from his left shoulder. To some extent. It's got good arc on it, and it's got a soft release, but okay, here we can really see it. So let's go. Actually, he still can't because somebody's in the way. He looks comfortable shooting that. There's a couple things mechanically that I would want to change pretty quickly, though. All right, we move on. We go out here. We're going to get a three-pointer? Alrighty, let's see it. Overall, the feet looking good there. He jumps together for the most part. We'd probably like to see a little bit more, but nice touch. Like, he's getting it up high, which is good. Cool. Let's see one more. Hey, we probably would have liked to have seen a dunk on that one, but that's okay. Nice little floater. He wasn't sure exactly where he wanted to go with that. All right, let's move on to very early Duke time for him here. So this is one of his first games against Incarnate Word. Actually, almost got a job there at one point. The opening didn't end up actually opening, but that would have been my #1 choice of place to go. I just really wanted to live in San Antonio. I thought that'd be cool, and I figured I could help propel the program a little bit. I believe that coach ended up getting let go. Too bad. Kind of a nice guy. All right, we throw the ball up. Cool. Nice, 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 nice. Let's see it. So Cooper Flag finds him. I'm actually fine that he came down with the ball. I'd rather you come down and be controlled and try to put something up and over, but certainly goes up easily. We made a comment in the Con Knipple video. Go watch it if you haven't. He hangs on the rim like every single time and like swings around a little bit. I think he's really having fun doing that, which is awesome. I love that. We gotta like make a comment of it every single time. If somebody wants to count how many rim swings we get in this video, I'm down for it. Leave me your over under on it. By the way, here's your word of the video. I drop these in each time to see who's actually watching my videos all the way through. The word of the day is swing. If you can find a way to incorporate swing into your comment, then good for you. I know you're a real one. Let's go. Let's go. So he's going up. Give me those. That's the same block we saw before. Let's see. Let's see. Give me that. Easy. Oh, we're calling goaltend? Oh, that's unfortunate. No shot, right? Can I see this? That's not a goaltend. That's a clean block. Give me those. Nice. Give me that. We love it. Where are we going? Where are we going? Operate. We're going. A little bit uncoordinated right there, right? A little bit of like, ooh, I'm not sure where I wanted to go. Like, he put the ball down with his left hand first, which is kind of interesting. So watch this. Like, he puts the ball down with his left when he probably should have put it down with his right, considering where he's kind of going with the ball. That's interesting. And then he kind of pushes it over to his right, so doesn't look like he is ready to handle a basketball at this very moment in time. But we're going, kind of goes off too. He kind of just ends up throwing the ball up there. We want him to stay balanced, finish over the top high. When you're 7-2, it's not worth leaning forward. And I know he didn't want to fall over, right? But that's why we improved the balance, right? So we're not falling over and bringing the ball down where people can potentially block it. But, hey, fair enough, dog. You got it in the hoop. I'm not sure that's exactly one for the highlight reels, but the ball went in the hoop. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Tough finish. Yeah, okay, move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right, where are we going here? He's asking for the throw up right here. Go get it. Yeah, nobody else can really go get it there. We saw the Khan to Maluach connection quite a bit in his video. Awesome. That's nice and easy for him. Instantly, right, what do I think about when I see this? I go, okay, 7'2", 250. He clearly can jump well when he's got the time to kind of get himself coordinated, right? The NBA is pretty good about doing that, right? The guys are pretty good about throwing lobs, getting people in dunker spots, right, where he can reliably just kind of take like one step, go up and go get it. 7'2" is big even in the NBA, so I'd like to think that he can be at least a lob threat, right? So instantly I think, okay, at a minimum, this guy hasn't played basketball very long. He's big, he can block shots, he's coordinated enough to jump, like, and not look ridiculous, which I know that sounds like mean, but like when you're that big and you're this young, a lot of times your body's coordination just hasn't caught up. Like his body's going to get more coordinated, and it just will. He's going to fill out probably even more, which is awesome. I look at him and I don't think he'll ever be like bulky like Embiid necessarily, but like when you're 18 years old, you can always fill out more, right? So that's just biology. So I don't. Again, just looking at his body, I don't see like an Embiid type body build where he's just swole as hell, but I think, okay, we might have like a lighter on his feet version where we're kind of playing above the rim a little bit more. So at a minimum, I think big ass dude that blocks shots. Awesome. Really good defensive stance right there. I love it. I feel like a lot of his game is going to be very like textbooky, which is sometimes good, sometimes not as good. Give me those. There you go. Hand off. Crash back down low. Go give me that one again. Big ass dude. Love it. Go get that ball. Easy. A little rim swing. Good stuff. Good stuff, Maluach. Good stuff. Here we go. Throw it up. Like, he definitely kind of needs to, like, get himself, like a little, like, 1-2. You see this, how he kind of has to go, like, 1-2 jump? If you go watch a lot of, the DeAndre Jordans and stuff like that, like, they can really just, like, go up and time it and kind of throw it down. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure he's caught up with his body's level of coordination yet. Even the fact that he's kind of buckling his knees before he goes up, I think is telling. Like, if we were to go back and watch, like, Asa Newell, he looks a lot cleaner when he goes up for, like, these jams. But I like, nonetheless, he's 7'2", and, like, look at how high he's getting. Like, his forearms are above the rim already, so he's going to be able to do it there. I just think there's a little bit more coordination, a little bit more repetition that, like, hey, as we get used to things, that's going to be beneficial to him. Because right away in the league, give me that. Yep, good deterrent. Way to not foul either. But I just think right away, day one in the NBA, because this guy's going to be a project, right? Like, we all acknowledge that no matter what, this guy's going to be a project because he's so young in basketball sense. Day one in the NBA, I just want you blocking shots, catching alley-oops, right? We'll work on the rest in time. Just get good at those couple things, and already you're really valuable to us because literally he's just that big, right? And he's coordinated enough. So I know I'm harping on that, but, like, that's kind of all you need. It's hard to find 7'2" guys that can move like this. Cool, go up, get it, little rim swing, love it. Good stuff, boy. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Even, like, the little bit of movement here is, like, interesting to me. So, like, watch this. Like, he's kind of, like, getting low in turning. I feel like he's just, like, not quite able to use his feet right now, but because he's so big, he's making up for it, right? He gave that dude a swift knee. Oh, we're getting perimeter stuff. His feet are crossing right now, which is not what you want to see them doing, but he also didn't get the kindergarten treatment of, like, hey, don't cross your feet when you're shuffling, right? So he's there, he's keeping them honest. Like, solid defense. Because ideally, long term, it would be cool if you could, like, switch him onto, like, other people like that because he's so big. Kind of like what you see OKC do with Chet or something, or like Wemby, right? Those are the types of guys that you probably want to try to model him after and try to get after long term. He's got a lot further to go. He's not nearly as ready as they were, but hey, I can see how we could get there and get more coordinated. Good stuff. Give me those. Nice stuff. Set the screen. Rolls the correct way. Let's go. Throw it up because you can see everything. I like that he waits. Good stuff. Where did he bring the ball on this? Let's go. He brings the ball a little bit too low. For me, I'd like you to keep it kind of at your chin, kind of elbows out and kind of going like that. But, hey, he goes up. Finish. Cool. All right, let's move on. So now we've got a game against Notre Dame here where he had 19 and 10 in this one. So let's take a look. He finds Maluach here. So that right there is kind of the NBA stuff that I'm talking about. So see how he kind of has to even get a little, like, stutter step to go? Like, because this is where he's going to get points in the NBA. Is like running dunker spot, things right here, going and getting easy ones. But it's not like a smooth movement for him to go up yet. So we've got to work on that. Cool, where are we going? We're going down here. Go, throw it up. Like, that's nuts, right? Like, he can just go up and over those people, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Now, guys will be bigger at the NBA level, but he's still going to be one of the biggest, right? So that's part of it. Go up. Oh my. Let me see the wind-up for this one. So that one, he had a nice running start. It looked coordinated. Good stuff. Ooh, free throw. Let's see the free throw. I want to see this form right here. This will tell us a lot. Okay, feet look really good here. We need to get a little more meat on the bones, my boy. Just a little bit more. Overall, though, that's pretty smooth. It maybe goes a bit far back behind his head. That's pretty typical of big dudes. But it's not exactly what we want. Oh my god! Oh no! Did y'all see? Watch him. Watch number 3 right here. He's like, oh man, I gotta get this dude. Oh, my Sheila! Oh no! My man hit a brick wall. Boom! Sniper. And now he's gonna go up. Give me that shit. That's over the back. Goes right. See? Not coordinated. Take your time right there. Not quite there yet. He goes down so low. And again, I think it's just because there's not a lot of strength in his lower half right now. He literally just needs to get bigger and stronger, right? And he just hasn't played a ton of basketball. He goes right back up. Get tall. Just go back over people. So further to go still. Further to go. That's okay. That's okay. Nice. Throw it over. Oh, look what I found. Here we go. So he's being set up for everything. Interesting. Interesting. You see how like premeditated he is with everything? Like he's calling out like everything. This tells me like he's very aware of the plays that they're trying to run, which is cool, right? So clearly he's memorizing plays. He knows where he's supposed to be on the basketball court. He's actually like ahead of it a little bit. Like he drops this ball off like way too early. Which again, he's trying to think through like, okay, I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be here. He's rushing it a little bit, but he knows all the steps to it. He's just trying to run through it a little bit quicker. He rolls the wrong direction. He should open up the other way, but we're still able to jump up and go get it. Like, think about how much easier this would be if he didn't have to turn his head like this far to go and look at it. So just little things like that, right, that we could teach him and make it easier for him. I know I harp on the rolling each time, like, it's just, it'd be easier. You'd set a more effective screen, too. All right, that's easy. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Interesting kind of how he landed right here. Yeah, his knees kind of buckle again right here. We'd kind of like him to flow into it a little bit better. Interesting. 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 Ah. Damn. Damn. Another free throw. It looks pretty smooth. We like that. Yeah, just a little bit far behind the head. Otherwise, it's pretty smooth. We like that. I wouldn't touch it too much. Screen and rolls the wrong way. See how many spins he had to do just to kind of keep watch of the basketball? Like, it's just unnecessary. Look, he twirls, and then he twirls again. Like, dude's looking like a ballerina out here. He's got a really small guy on him. I'll take that. That's a pass that almost never works at the NBA level, and it probably shouldn't have worked here, but he's 7'2", and he can go up and just finish. So that's the thing, right? He's big. Like, he's just really big. Give me that. Give me that. Good stuff. More free throws. It's looking smooth. Just, that one looked pretty good, actually. Not too far behind the head. All right, here we go. Give me the... Oh, he tried. There was really no point in trying to block that shot. Like, you were kind of held off from other people. A little bit block happy there. Cool, good rebound. More free throws. I don't really need to see any more of that. Let's move on. All right, so passing and turnovers. Let's see this. Here we go. Why'd the game audio get so much louder there? That was weird. Give me those. Ah, a little bit of a problem with the hands here. So again, he got like right underneath the hoop, which wasn't really necessary. Flag actually threw it to the right spot, which is at like the corner of the box here. So Maluach kind of got himself out of position. That's kind of the thing, right? Like, if he was catching alley-oops from the time he was a freshman in high school, presumably he was tall enough to do so at that point, maybe those kinds of mistakes don't happen. But he wasn't playing basketball at that time. All right, here we go. Go get that ball. Nope. Okay, defense and rebounding already. I'm curious to see this. He's on him. He's on him. We're icing. We're icing. We've seen a bit of this from him this year, as they use him as an ice guy. He ends up getting by him at this point, but they feel comfortable enough with his coordination that he can be an ice defender, which says something. So he's switching now onto the guard. Actually, lets for the recover. Interesting. Okay, he's going. Let me get a rebound. I really don't need to see highlights like that. I really don't. This is what's going to get it demonetized, I already know, for this longer session of no pauses. Give me those. Good contest. He made that shot a lot harder. Like, you guys... Do I really need to, like, explain the shot blocking and stuff? I really don't feel like I need to. You guys get it. He's 7'2" and can jump high, and he has long arms. Like, he can block shots, and he can get in the way. He's going for the blocks. If anything, his problem's probably going to be going for too many blocks early on and knowing how to time things a little bit better. So, let's move on. Great closeout. Made that shot way harder. Cool, 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 cool. Yep, he's just kind of waiting in the paint, making life difficult for them. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We're here. Where are we going? I like the perimeter defense. He has very active hands, which I like. He's back on him. We're icing. Cool. Recover. Cool. Nice. Let's see just a little bit more. I just want to see a little bit more of the feet movement. Like, he's standing like a bit too wide at times, which again is a little bit of an uncoordinated thing for him to do. We got to strengthen up like the legs and the knees and things like this here, because he's falling like inward on himself so much right now, and like he's just so off balance. So when he rips through, he's like, oh no, like see how his butt kind of sticks out like that. Then he's like, oh no. getting caught with your pants down, and because he's long, he can recover. But we just don't want to be in that situation. We want to be in a more athletic stance where we can kind of be down, knees bent, right? Like ready to shift in either direction with our weight. So, yeah, that's what we'd like to see. But yeah, he just gets caught in that, going that way sometimes. Okay, that's all I need to see from this one. Let's go see more of the offensive stuff. Some highlights versus Stanford here. Let's go. Let's go. Look at this video quality. Absolutely stupendous. Setting a screen here. He rolls the wrong way. See how he has to, like, keep his head? I'm not going to keep explaining it to you guys. You guys get it at this point if you've been watching the videos long enough. Throw it up. Dunk. Cool. When he gets a running start, like, it's way easier for him than when, in comparison, if he's stationary. Cool block. He's big as hell. Yep, that's going to happen. Throw it over. Big board rankings right here. Look at that. Look at that. I don't think we're actually going to do videos on these three guys because they're not like first round projections necessarily. But yeah, definitely guys that could end up being drafted this year from Duke. Go get that. See, like that. That needs to be like an alley-oop dunk. Like that. That needs to be an alley-oop dunk right here. Part of it could potentially be fixed by rolling the correct way, I'm guessing. Does he go the right? No, he doesn't, right? And so he has to pick up the ball a little bit later. That easily could have been an alley-oop dunk, though, but his feet get kind of tangled up underneath him. Great dunk, though. Great dunk. Nice and strong. Good stuff, Maluach. Go get that. Cool. Yeah, a little rim hang. Nice stuff. Some Shaq stuff there. We love it. What are we doing, Coop? What are we doing, Coop? What are we doing? And then the screen will come up later? No. Okay. College basketball stuff right here. Too many guys kind of at the same point. Why he's directly underneath the hoop right now? No clue whatsoever. He literally just needed to stand like right here. Just like right here. And he has an alley-oop dunk right there. It's that easy. But for whatever reason, he went like... So... Normally when you're driving left, the idea is to float to the other dunker spot over here so that he can continue going that way if he wants to. But considering this guy helped up so early, you just stay there and catch the alley-oop. But, you know, whatever. He ends up in the right spot and gets the ball anyway. So, it's whatever. We'll take it. Cool stuff. Good stuff, Maluach. All right, let's move on. I don't need to see more of this. This is a really weird play. I don't know why you'd try to set a screen there. There's nowhere to go. This audio sucks. We're turning this audio off. Nice, easy dunk. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We're going. Where is he right now? We're setting an early screen. He doesn't set the screen at all. All right, we're here, but he finds his way to the rim. It's more so a good pass than anything else. So he's not setting himself up much at all, which is what we expected. But what is this telling us, right? Do we see any opportunity for him to do anything else in the Duke system? No. They're kind of just putting him in these situations for now, which, like, in all honesty, I think is fine, right? Like, they've got so many other dudes on this team that can do things that, like, why would you waste time doing anything else? He's being a role player, right? He's being their Clint Capella, if you would, right? Just go up, run, jump, dunk, block shots, get rebounds. That is his job out there, and that's what he's doing. He looks a little bit uncoordinated right now, but again, we've got reasons to understand why that is. So it's things to work on, though, and it's things to note, because like with Asa Newell, I don't have to worry about this stuff. Dude's just going up and getting it right away, and he already knows how to read these passing lanes and stuff. So something to kind of think about there. But also, Maluach is much more raw. He's 7'2", 250, right? It's there's pros and cons with this, right? So, and this is the thing with any like higher upside guy. The upside is because he is this big, strong, and can move this well already. Like, look at this, right? Like, he can do all of this already. So instantly I'm going to be interested, because what else can I add to it, right? That's going to be the question. Let's watch some of his March Madness stuff to kind of wrap this up against some high-level competition. Here we go, Cooper Flag. So that time, see, he waited in the dunker spot correctly. Look at this. He ended up there. Similar thing, except Cooper was going right this time, so he was on the right side of the court. There we go. Go up. Awesome. No rim swing. What are we doing? What are we doing? A little bit of tood right there. I love it. Hey, yeah, that's so easy for him to go up and get that. Nice little pass. Kick it out. Oh, a jumper. A recent jumper. So this is what the jumper's looking like right now, right? This is recent. The feet facing the right direction. His knees are still caving in a little bit. We gotta strengthen up the lower half. He's young. He's got this slim kind of wiry build. Again, I don't think he's gonna ever bulk out a ton, but he's already 250, which is not bad at all. I think we could put another 10-15 on him with time. Again, I don't think you're going to get like a 290-pound like Embiid or something like that, but definitely got to strengthen the lower half. We got to put some muscle down there. A little bit of a flick shot, if you would. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yeah, goes a bit too far behind the head. The right arm is extended outwards just a little bit right now. So, It's not, like, great. It's not great, but, like, it's smooth and there's no hitches in it, so that's cool. We can just tweak a couple things and it should be fine. He's clearly comfortable shooting a basketball, which I'm sure Luol Deng did plenty of stuff with him. Oh, I can already tell is not going to end well for 14 right here. Yep, I don't know why you reached at it. That was just so fucking stupid. Why would you do that? Like, what is the point of jabbing at that? You know what this guy's going to do. So throw it up. Hey! Good stuff. There's the rim swing. That's what we're here for, our rim swings. Good stuff. Good stuff. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. All right, let's move on. All right, we're here. Yep, okay. Yep, that's not going to go well. Give me those. Yeah, when he gets the running start, and there's no one kind of in his way, it looks a lot cleaner. Cool. Good stuff. Good passing, cheerleader. I saw that. We see you with the pom-poms. Good stuff. All right, we're here. Where are they kind of doing it? They're kind of making him go into drop, but then they iced with flag and Maluach. They did a lot of that, and I don't actually know how successful it was. Like, it's an interesting idea in my head, but I also just don't like the idea of taking both guys away. From the rim right here. I feel like when you have two guys like this, you might as well just keep one at the rim at all times, but I don't know. It gets a steal, so it became hard to pass because of all of them. He's going to get in. That's not the best pass in the world, but he's 7'2" and can jump and go get that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Give me those. Easy block. He blocks with his left hand, like, a lot, doesn't he? That's interesting. That's an interesting note that he feels comfortable enough going up on the left side with the left hand to block the shot, because that just does make things easier because it's a straighter path to the basketball. You can cover more ground than if you have to, like, reach across with, like, your right arm. And I know my camera's, like, flipped and everything, so you guys are seeing my other arm or whatever, but just take my word for it when I say rights and lefts. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, yeah, do not go in there. Yay. Good stuff, Maluach. Good stuff, big fella. That's what I'd be saying. I'd be like, good stuff, big homie. I got you for a cookie after the game. That's what I'd be saying. That's what I'd be saying to all my bigs. I'm like, hey, I got you for food afterwards. Come here. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Not the two-hand spike, looking like me in volleyball when I don't know what to do. When I go all the way up and I just kind of smack it down with both hands. Oh my, that's nuts. That right there is worth a lottery pick, man. 7-2 doing that. Ah! Give me those. Oh my gosh, and look at, he's running, man. He's moving. That clip right there tells you what you need to know. That's why you spend a lottery pick on him. And then look at this. He's taken off. He's taken off. He's running. Like, he looks more than comfortable moving. Like, I can do stuff with this. Go take that. Dunk. Easy. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We could have used a better pass, Proctor. And he rolled the right way. Oh my gosh, look how much easier it is when you don't have to do all these ballerina twists. See, he rolls the right way. He seals him off. Look at that, y'all. I'm gonna harp all of you on this so that you become agents of setting correct screens as well in your personal lives. See, because of this, this guy's now behind him here. He can see the ball the whole way. He's got the advantage. He goes up nice and easy. Bravissimo. Bravissimo. Great job, Maluach. Great job. Thank you. Oh, I missed an alley-oop. All right, we set the screen. We roll the wrong way that time, but we're able to go up and go get it because Roach wanted no parts of that. I wouldn't either, in all honesty. I would not either. He didn't even realize he was open right there. Look at this. So we probably needed to see that. Right here, so they iced right here, so he needs to know to become a short roll option here. Not sure why they don't just run it with flag. That just seems like an obvious thing if you're being iced. But, you know, we saw Duke make a couple incorrect coaching decisions in this tournament. Nice, easy turnaround. Cool. And by the way, I'm not saying the Duke coach is like bad by any means. I just saw them make some simple mistakes that I think could have been better, but it's easier said than done. Hey, easy lob, nice and simple. Where are we going now? Interesting. Cooper's going. Throw it up. See, like that's his NBA game. Day one right now is NBA player drives to the hoop or whatever. He waits in dunker spot. Like he's not even really open, but you throw it up because no one else can go up there and get it, and so he can throw it down. Great stuff. Great stuff. That's his role year one in the NBA. Just do that. Just do that and block shots on the other end, and you're going to be instantly really valuable, right? All right, throw it up. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Good stuff. Good stuff. Great play by Cooper. Yep, go up. Wait. A little bit of a post move there. Cool. That's our first time really seeing him do something in the post like that. That's not just a dunk. He went straight up that time. Very cool. Very cool. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yep, just wait. So he should be, when Cooper gets down here, he should be floating more towards the middle like this, and that's exactly why. So you can go get that put back. Also, easier alley-oop angle. All right, we're here. He's doing the drop coverage pretty solid. He let his guy get behind him a bit much. That could be a problem in the NBA, but this is also college, and there was a guy waiting down there. For whatever reason, college basketball, right? We see very talented basketball player driving towards hoop on the left side. He's like, oh, let me just post up really quick. Like, I see this pick and roll happening right here, but I would like a post touch right now against a guy that's equally my height and size. Great stuff. Smart guys. Smart people. Look, he's got his hands up right here. Like, oh no. Like, okay, I want the ball. He's trying to, like, seal him off for something for some reason. He's like, oh no. Sorry, I'm right next to you now. Like, sorry I got in your way and forced you into the 7-2 South Sudan kid. Like, come on, man. All right, we're going all the way. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You see 7-2 guy is lurking down there. Please don't go down there. All right, this is what I want to see, more of the handoff type stuff, into the roll. That's awesome. That's stuff I can see at the NBA level. If we can get him into the handoff or something like that, like, now you've really piqued my interest, because there's a lot you can do with that, because they got to stick close to him or a potential shooter. There's just a lot you can do with it. Cool. My coaching brain can have a lot of fun with this. Shout out Grant Nelson. Love his game. Here we go. Sears. Oh, my God. Give me those, Maluach. All right, we're just going to watch a little bit more of this one. A little bit more. Here we go. We're going to see a little bit more defense. Oh, you should have backdoored that 100%, but he goes anyway. Ugh! Get up there and go get that. Nice stuff. Moving on. Here we go. Alley-oop. Ugh! Look at the range he was able to get that. Look at where this ball is. It's like first or like second hash mark, maybe closer to that one by the end, but like he goes far back to get that. That's all I need to see out of Maluach, man. That's it. Alrighty, y'all. Khaman, Maluach. He's raw, right? That's probably the thing to say about this. Got to get the footwork under control. Got to get a little bit bigger and stronger. But it sounds simple, but he's 7'2", 250, and can jump, right? And he's long. He seems very cerebral with the game. Like, he's clearly thinking things through right now, and we're going to get him to the point where he's more so feeling the game, and that's just going to happen over time. Is he a day one starter in the NBA? Probably not. Probably depends on the team that ends up taking him, but like clearly, like, this guy's got a really high ceiling in terms of like what he can be. I think he's a for sure future starter. He's just got to get more time under his belt, get bigger, stronger, which is just going to happen with time. I think that's something I'm more than comfortable with. On the right team, he might start right away just because he is so physically imposing, but I wouldn't do it for like starter level minutes. I'll be curious to see where the jumper kind of develops. I'd get the other stuff under control first, just get good at one thing and then work at the other. That's kind of how I'd look at his progression. But I think there's a future starter in the NBA here. I don't see why not. This is an incredible physical specimen that can think through the game. Give him some time, we'll get there. So where are we putting him? We've got a Danny Wolf here and an Asa Newell that I think he fits somewhere between. I wouldn't put him in this top 4 range. I like Yakuchonis maybe a little bit better than him, but where am I going to put him in comparison to Danny? Oh, I just moved Asa Newell down a bit there. Didn't mean to do that. Danny Wolf was really, really interesting. We like the size, the passing ability. He's ready to go, it seems, right away in the NBA. We like Asa Newell as a similar type of player. The defense and everything is awesome. The lob threat, he's much more coordinated already, but he might have a bit more of the passing game down. But there's a leaf blower outside. I'm going to wait for a second. All right, we're back and it's quieter now. I'm thinking about it. And here's the thing, because this big board is based off of who I would draft first, second, third, right, so on and so forth. And yes, this changes per team a little bit. The ceiling of Maluach is hard to beat, right? You've got guys like Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren kind of like as the model bigs for things right now, and it feels like you need guys of that size. It's hard to find a 7'2" guy, and so I think you take the ceiling over everything else with some of these guys, especially if you're like a 5th or 6th pick or something. I'd rather just have the long-term potential of somebody that's 7'2" and can move like that. So I think I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put him at 6 for now, above Wolf and Newell, with the understanding that it's going to take a little bit longer to actualize the potential. I feel pretty good about Wolf right away. I think Asa Newell might even be a better contributor day one in the NBA, but give it a little bit of time, and I think Maluach is the go here. But anyway, this is the big board that we have right now, all the way from Jace Richardson up to Cooper Flagg, and that's going to conclude Duke Week. We're going to do Walter Clayton tomorrow to celebrate his championship run. What an awesome sequence of things. But anyway, I appreciate you guys as always, and let's go do the comment of the video. All right, y'all, comment of the video is coming from the Cooper Flagg. Does he fit in the NBA video? It's coming from Joseph Titus 63180. He said, "Babe, wake up. AVC dropped my new complete take on Flagg." Good. Don't think for yourselves. Only use my opinions to form all of your opinions, because I am the only one that knows anything about basketball on the internet. So good. You're doing the right thing, Joseph. Obviously, this is sarcasm. But no, for real, just use all of my opinions to form yours. But no, seriously, I appreciate it as always. As you guys can see, I respond to every single comment. I've got a couple to get to, actually a bunch up here, apparently, that I have to get to. But if you leave me a comment, I will get to it. I will respond, and maybe you'll be the comment to the video. But seriously, I appreciate you guys as always. Fun doing some Duke basketball players, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much, y'all. Bye.